Hey guys, welcome back to A Range of Survival and Fieldcraft. I'm Andrew, and what I have for you today is an improvisational technique on how to enhance our camouflage with our MRE salt and then a few resources around the area. We always want to hang on to that salt packet because we can use it for a lot of things. We can use it to season meat. We can also use it as an oral rinse with some water. And in this case, we're going to use it to enhance our camouflage. But the first thing we need to do is get a fire going because we need a good ember base of coals to cook with because we're going to be here at this campfire for a long time. So let's get ready to go, start our fire, and move on to our next task. So we're going to head down to the water's edge, collect up some water in our canteen cup, and bring that to a boil over our fire before we apply our first technique. Now this technique is going to be a longer term technique because of the time required next to the fire to actually accomplish this skill, and you'll see as we go along. But really, in an evasion scenario, we want to apply face paint and anything else that we can apply immediately to attempt to blend into our environment as quickly as possible. Things like vegetation, as well as any type of other vegetation or mud that we can apply that will leave a stain and help us blend in that much quicker. All right, so here's what we're going to do. You can see we have a white bandana with us. This white bandana is a sure sign of someone in that area, either by wearing this or leaving it on the ground. Trackers and anybody can see this and find it. And so we want to camouflage this, and this technique is very simple, very easy. What we're going to do is take our bandana, we're going to place it inside of our canteen cup along with that creek water, and we're going to bring it to a boil. Bringing it to a boil helps loosen the fibers of the bandana up, because what we're going to do next is attempt to dye this bandana just like a piece of clothing to add to our camouflage. Now here's the trick. This time of year, black walnut is plentiful and still hanging up in branches. We're going to take that black walnut because we can actually use it to establish a permanent dye to that white bandana, turning it dark brown to add to camouflage for our clothing. Now that we've collected that black walnut, it's been about an hour with our handkerchief or our bandana boiling or simmering in our canteen cup with that water. That water and that heat is going to loosen up the fibers to help absorb the dye that we're going to create. We want to save that water, remove the bandana, hang it up out of the way, and then get ready to prep our dye. With this technique, I would highly recommend carrying rubber gloves or latex gloves. That way we can protect our hands from being stained. Those black walnut husks are going to have iodine in them. Iodine can stain our hands, and it's going to stay on our hands for a while. So protect your hands if you have the ability to. In a survival scenario, we don't really care about that. This iodine and the black walnut husks are not going to hurt us, so we can process them with our bare hands. But today, we'll use rubber gloves, and I'll show you here in a few seconds how those rubber gloves are going to get stained with that iodine. Now we're going to take those black walnut husks and we're going to process them out. All we're doing is cutting into them, not the nut itself, and then just peeling the husk away, and we're going to add that to our canteen cup of hot water. We want to break the husks up, exposing all the tissues to extract as much iodine as possible from these husks. And it only takes 4 or 5, maybe 6 of these black walnuts to actually create a very strong and powerful dye. Now you can see the edge of my knife and how the iodine has given it a new patina. Looks kind of cool. But all we're going to do now, with our husks actually processed out, we're going to take that canteen cup, put it back over the fire, and let the husks simmer for about an hour. We let the husks simmer in that hot water to extract all the iodine out as much as possible. But when we're ready, we can take our clothing that is white colored that we want to try to camouflage, that bandana, and we can place it inside of our canteen cup along with the husks, and we're going to let this thing simmer for another hour. Now it's been about an hour with our bandana simmering in our hot black walnut dye. We're going to remove this from the fire. We're going to remove the bandana from the dye itself, put that somewhere out of the way, up off the dirt. And we're going to take out that salt packet from our MRE. The salt is going to act as a fixer or a mordant for our dye. This isn't absolutely necessary for black walnuts, especially with 100% cotton material like we have, but that salt is actually going to help open up the fibers of the cotton even more to absorb that black walnut dye and get it to a darker color, making it more effective for camouflage. We are going to let that canteen cup with our bandana and the black walnut husks and dye simmer for another hour or so after we add the salt and replace or put back the bandana inside the cup. Put it back on the fire. But once it's done, we remove the cup, remove the bandana, we can hang it up to dry in the sun where it'll dry very quickly and we can see that good color. Another good test for this dye to make sure that it actually stuck to the bandana is to wash it and get it wet to see if that dye actually runs. So we're going to get it wet, get all the excess material off this bandana, but you can see the color is not running and we have an effective dye established. Now we just leave that bandana out in the sun to dry. One of the benefits of a skill like this is that we actually create a couple of byproducts. One byproduct of dyeing our clothing for enhanced camouflage using black walnut husks is that we actually create kind of a soup that we can save and use as a dye later on, that black iodine wash, or we can use it as a topical ointment for cuts, lacerations, or abrasions to the skin to prevent infection. And so we want to save that if at all possible, and we just happen to have a plastic bottle we can dump that excess juice into, save it for next time. And now you can see the final product with that dye compared to another white bandana, a great effective tool for camouflage, a good skill to know. All right, guys. Well, another down and dirty video today, a single skill, but a very important skill on how to improvise camouflage and change our clothing in a survival scenario. That way we can blend into our environments. I really hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment in the comment section. I always appreciate your feedback. I want to thank you guys for what you can do for me, for this channel, for your likes, your views, your subscriptions, your comments, your feedback, and your shares. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.